By request from Matt Saul, I wrote it 1 year ago this week, and it's called Ghost. I'm getting hot.
Get real up in your warm.
It's about to go down.
Definitely.
I don't believe that we came from perfection. I do not believe that we will return to perfection. The journey is long. It is full of cancer, sweatshops, poison crops, lead-laced water, and rare neurological disease. Sometimes if you have the ears to hear and the eyes to see, it's all forest and there are no trees, and the wolves howl and the witches cackle, almost loud enough to drown out the ghost. But you and I, we have to deal with the ghost. CNN, C-SPAN, Twitter, Facebook almost make you and I forget that sometimes we need FaceTime. We try never to lock eyes with the one in the mirror because the ghosts live there and the demons do too. But I've never seen a single angel that I have read about. Angels have one repeated refrain: do not be afraid. No one has ever dropped from the sky or appeared in a burning bush and told me, do not be afraid. So we turn the volume louder on MSN or Fox News if we remember. If we remember that dictators are taking over. If we remember that a beloved pop star died today. If we remember that the water is poison, then you and I are free to go and work on our grocery list. If we fear our money may be appropriated for an illegal immigrant, if we fear universal health care might be forced upon us, we might have no guns left with which to inflict wounds on people that we can force into insufficiently funded hospitals. Block out all the reasons to make eye contact with the one in the mirror. Demons live there, and the ghosts do. The ghosts do too. But we must deal with the ghost. I lost my faith to find my spirituality. The scorned lovers, the dead mothers must all be there. There is nowhere else for them to go. The wolves howl all the louder, magnifying the voice of one Andy Nelson like a bullhorn. Look at him. Look at his gun. Remember how you let an underclassman push you around? Remember when they threw wet sucker sticks at your fresh Carl Kanai coat and your brand new Lugs boots? Remember that you have died 1,000 cowardly deaths, and Bowie and Cohen died but once. Remember the future's not yet written into existence. No one will read these fucking words. The witches cackle and it amplifies the laughter of your mother and her scream, get out, get out, get out, get out of my house, you demon child. Hey, Andy, love your mother. There is a reason we have such strong affinity for sinners and saints, heroes and villains, heaven and hell, but we did not come from perfection. There is nowhere to return. We did not come from perfection, and our enemies have nowhere left to burn. My mother was molested. Maybe Andy was too, or maybe his father hit him, or maybe his water was full of lead poison. For everyone that hurt you was as soft as warm butter and as tough as overcooked beef. I don't trust myself with a scalpel, but I need more than a butter knife if I'm going to pull back these layers. Every ghost came from opaque sand. They all had dreams of sandcastles, but most of them were turned to glass. So on a sunny day in May, when Andy Nelson is pointing the gun out the window with your little sister in the side seat, or on a cold day in January when your mother is screaming, get out. If the sun hits your memory just wrong, you can see your own reflection. We try in vain not to lock eyes. It is easier. He was a sinner, she a saint. Don't see yourself in the other. The next thing you know, you might be looking in the mirror. Isn't there something I should say here about Martin King or Donald Trump, Reagan, Thatcher, Dahmer, Gandhi, Jesus? They were all made of the same sand, stardust that became flesh and it dwelt among us, the blood of their victims or the crosses they bear. It was made from the same stuff. Their bodies committed to tombs, grave, sepulchres, or sprinkled out among the waves, only to wash up amongst the sandcastles. It doesn't stop time from making its own sea glass. So stare into the memories, past, future, present. Lock eyes with the ghost. Lock eyes with the mirror. There is not one here without sin. So I beg you, commit another and cast the first stone. You will not break bones. You will simply shatter shards of mirror in memory. But we did not come from perfection. So do not cut yourself. You have made it this far. The pieces make more sense when they are broken, so wait for the light to hit, then start looking close. Your pieces will one day shatter in someone else's mirror in memory, and you want to be the better ghost. You did not come from perfection. To perfection, you will not return, so leave no stone left unturned. You might be the only one left when your son or your daughter's pieces shatter. No saints left to crown, no enemies left to burn. I want to be a better ghost. I want to be a better ghost. I want to be a Holy Ghost. Amen. Please come back in 2 weeks. Assalamu alaikum.